These are the content of this presentation. Learning competencies covered per learning area and per grade level. Average learning competencies completed by the learners by grade level, per learning area, and per modality. Percentage of learners who completed the learning competencies per grade level, per learning area, and per modality. Issues and concerns of the following: distribution and retrieval of self-learning modules, reproduction of self-learning modules in tracking, completion of self-learning modules, individual work week plan, assessment of performance task, learners' written output, kinder to grade 3 learners' issues and concerns, and distribution of school supplies to less fortunate learners. These are the best practices. Students monitoring house to house. Parents feedbacking about the delivery mode. Teachers feedbacking during faculty meeting. Focal group discussion of parents. Reading assessment despite of the pandemic. Teachers innovation, making videos for the students to learn or understand the topics. Providing school supplies to learners, materials for those who can't afford. Parents agreement, safety protocols, and teachers innovation on distribution and retrieval form. Students monitoring house to house. All the advisors of the different sections have visited every house of the learners to monitor the progress of their self-learning modules. Parents feedbacking about the delivery mode. Parent-teacher encounter played a great role in the process of learning in the new normal education system. Hence, parents have the opportunity to raise their concerns with regards to the self-learning modules of their learners. Teacher feedbacking during faculty meeting. There is a close monitoring of the issues and concerns encountered by the learners and the parents. Through this, the school will find appropriate solutions to address the problems. Focal group discussion of parents. Parents meeting together with the advisors have been of importance, for it allows a close discussion of the processes of learning happening in their respective houses. Through this, solutions were made to solve a particular problem or issue. Reading assessment despite of the pandemic. Reading has been a primordial concern of the teachers and parents. Hence, teachers also conducted reading sessions to address this concern. Teachers' innovation. Teachers have created videos to elaborate more on some topics which needs further discussion. Through this innovation made by the teachers, students will understand and learn more on the topic being presented. Distribution of school supplies to less fortunate learners. School supplies have been distributed to some learners who have been recognized as less fortunate. Parents' agreement. All the parents have signed the agreement showing their support and will guide and follow up their learners in the process of learning through the self-learning modules. Safety protocols. Because of the pandemic, our clients as well as the school have followed the safety protocols given by the COVID Task Force. Distribution and retrieval. An organized and harmonious distribution and retrieval of the self-learning modules have been observed through the efforts of all the advisors of the different sections.
Nanay Carmen at Tatay
Ramon, pendik ka ko ana tuldok ayaw ga. Tuldok na pendik ka.
Ramon dadalo sila sa pagtitipon ni Lolo at Lola Anibel anibersaryo ng kasal
Nila.
nila.
Anibersaryo ng kasal nila. Mandigla ka, no?
Nila at dapat
Stop, ate.
ay naroon.
The lesson applying safety in the farm. Definition of terms. Cleaning. The act of process of removing dirt from tools, containers, and from facilities. Disinfection chemicals. Refers to the chemical used in cleaning which has the ability to kill microorganisms, especially pathogens. Health. A sound state of the body and mind of workers that enable him or her to perform the job normally. Occupational safety. The practices relate to productions and work process safety, the physical or environment conditions of work which comply with the prescribed occupational health safety OS standards and which allow the workers to perform his or her job without or within acceptable exposure of hazard. Exposure to hazard.
Exposure.
Exposure to hazard. Safety. Deals with the special or environmental condition of work which comply with the prescribed occupational health and safety standards and allow the workers to perform their jobs without the written acceptable exposure to hazard. Sharpening. The process of thinning the edge of the tools like knife, pruning shears, edge.
These are the learning competencies covered for the first quarter.
Balik-eskwela na naman, isa puso ang kahandaan. Handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas. Ito na ang iyong normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face-to-face, gamit ng cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Muslim, Kristiyano, katutubo, isang hanggarin saan patungo. Ipagpatuloy pag-aaral mo, tagumpay ay naghihintay sa'yo. Balik-eskwela na naman, sa puso ang kahandaan. Handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
These are the average learning competencies for the first quarter. These are the percentage of learners who completed the learning competencies per grade level, per learning area, and per modality. These are the issues and concerns raised by the teachers, parents, and the learners for the first grading period. First, incomplete module, lacking of continuation and pages. Second, some competencies were not covered due to a huge amount of competencies. Some subjects have module up to 14 and 15. Third, some parents failed to receive and return the self-learning modules. Fourth, delayed distribution of self-learning modules soft copies. Fifth, no specific USB specification for the audio and video files. Sixth, some parents lived in far-flung areas in the municipality. Seventh, late enrollees resulting to SLM shortage. And lastly, Some parents can no longer work because they help their learners in answering the self-learning modules. Thank you for listening, and God bless us all.
Ito na ang iyong normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face-to-face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, kahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan